Welcome to WHAQ, a talk show centered around the beauty of queerness and the challenges it brings, with hosts pansexual princess Get Lizzie with It, she, her, and sapphic sensation Games Mistress, also she, her.
What are we talking about today?
Today we're going to talk about your quiz. No, we're talking about signaling and flagging.
Yeah, and I'm not going to tell you too much about what they are because we're doing things a little bit differently today. We are going to jump straight in to a Kahoot quiz. So if you want to earn some points where points don't mean prizes, feel free to join in the quiz and try and get on the leaderboard. But hopefully I'm going to ask you a few questions. We're going to answer them. Maybe we'll have a little bit of a chat in between questions. We're going to have a gay old time. So let me just switch windows.
Also, all of you, I'm going to get them all wrong too, I think. So, like, we're in this together for sure.
Yeah, so Jem has actually not seen any of these questions. She has an inkling that one of them is about Velvet because I had the song Black Velvet stuck in my head for hours yesterday. Otherwise,
none of us have studied.
she has no idea. But we are going to play on Kahoot. So if you want to go to kahoot.it, Kahoot it, and enter that game pin, you can join us. Now, the nicknames are randomized. You will be given a random nickname. Feel free to post that in chat if you want us to know who you are. If you want to remain anonymous, but what's the fun in that? I've just set it to random nicknames because I don't want anyone to put any naughty names on stream, especially when it's not our channel. So
we did have conversations of like, we need to make sure that this doesn't violate TOS because it's not our channel.
and let me play the jingle jangly song too. We're in. So please feel free to pop your names in chat as well. As I say, if you want to. Tropical Dingo reporting for duty. Reporting for duty. Get it? Oh, you are a clever stork. That's sweet. Oh, and a Dr. Stork. Speedy lion, fast but wrong.
I see you.
So we got 6 players. I'll give it...
Groovy Griffin. Nice. That one's... Debs, that's a good one. I love alliteration. I'm so white.
She's so white. She finds mayo spicy.
That mayo was spicy, especially with the lemon juice in it.
Should we start? Lock this game to prevent more players from joining. I don't want to lock players out. Yeah, I think we should start before Gemma starts sweating over the memory of lemon juice.
Can I tell a quick story?
Please do.
So Burger King has these dill pickle nuggets, and what they are is like dill pickle, like chip seasoning on the outside of them. But they have like, they've got enough vinegar and tang that they like make me respond like it's spicy. And so Jax bought me some and I was like, these are so spicy. And she's like, no, just no. Like, and she's like, oh my God. And she like touched my forehead and she's like, you're actually sweating from dill pickle nuggets. And I was like, yes, I am.
That was adorable. Pancake. If you want to bend the rules... Why did I call you Pancake? That was odd. Jay, if you want to bend the rules slightly more, we're doing a quiz right now. It really is a pancake party. Look at everyone's avatars. The web address is there if you're joining us, but I'm going to be starting in a few. Oh, you're already in. Oh, well, ignore me then. Let's start. Are you ready? Here we go. This is my living room. Welcome to the WHAQ signaling quiz. For your first question, true or false? Queer signaling or signaling is a term for LGBT couple to covertly signal their queerness. True or false?
What? There was a word in the middle that didn't make sense.
LGBTQIA. LGBTQIA plus. LGBTs.
And what is what?
Queer signaling or signaling is a term for LGBTQIA to covertly signal their queerness.
Ah, okay.
True or false? Did you answer? Did you?
No.
You didn't answer it. You were just arguing through the question.
I wasn't arguing. I was trying to understand what the question was. I was struggling to process.
Okay, that's fine. I know what you're going to say next. LGBTQIA. So the answer was true. If someone is signalling or queer signalling, they are trying to discreetly convey their queerness to other queer folk. Who's Legend Squid? Is that you, Pancake? Is that you, Jay? I'm sorry, I'm on the formal basis tonight. Woohoo! Okay. Looking good. Next question then. Another true or false? Signalling is also known as flagging. The answer is true.
Blue is true and red is false.
Yes. They're not all true or false though. So
yeah, but just I needed to understand the format.
So 4 correct answers. Oh, clever stalk. Moving on up. Legend Squid. Still at the top. Next question. I'm a lesbian on TikTok trying to find other lesbians. What artist am I asking if you listen to? Beyonce, Girl in Red, Lil Nas X, or Avril Lavigne? I'm so smart at being gay. So I'm a lesbian and I'm asking, do you listen to so-and-so? Oh, so we had 5 people say Girl in Red and 1 person say Avril Lavigne. So the answer was... Oh, go on.
I was just going to say, I think any of those could work depending on what group you're in.
It's true, but, there's a specific code that's popular amongst the TikTokers, the youth. The correct answer is Girl in Red. So Girl in Red... Oh, go on.
I was going to say the TikTokers aren't just the youth.
Well, maybe you are the youth because you're on TikTok.
Okay.
So... Girl in Red, aka Marie Ulven, is known for her soft songs about falling in love with other girls. So the question, do you listen to Girl in Red, has become a sapphic code and a little bit of a meme to ask femmes if they're into other femmes. So if you she's very gay. I only really know 1 song by her. I do want to listen to more of her stuff. But if you see someone in the comments asking if the TikToker listens to Girl in Red, you know what they're asking, really. Have you listened to much Girl in Red?
No, not really my thing, but it just kind of reminds me, and I don't know anything in the quiz, so don't respond, but of the whole Friend of Dorothy thing that we were talking about a couple episodes ago with I don't know shit about Wizard of Oz, but I know what a Friend of Dorothy is, and I know, you know what I mean? So
I don't know who Marie Ulven is, but I listen to Girl in Red.
Exactly. Yeah. It's one of those things.
Yeah. And there's a cute, if you do any research about this afterwards, there was this cute article about this girl who came out to her parents by writing a song about listening to Girl in Red. And she was like, I've got something to tell you. It's a bit of a pop quiz. I don't listen to Girl in Red, but I listen to Girl in Red. And she used that song to express her feelings and come out to her parents, which I thought was really cute. So, also, who's asking someone else if they listen to Avril Lavigne? I'm gonna watch out for you in the TikTok comments. Next question. Oh, Dr. Stork. Oh, streak with 3 correct answers in a row and has taken the lead. Ooh. Was that you? Which Stork are you? No, you're Clever Stork. That's Amanda.
Dr. Stork's Amanda.
Next question.
He's killing it.
Which of these items is not commonly used to signal? Rings, key carabiners, handkerchiefs, or water bottles? Which of these items is not commonly used to signal? Pick the odd one out. Dr. Stork instead of Dr. Jeff, I remember that. So we've had one person answer key carabiners and 4 people answer water bottles. Oh, Dr. Stork. Killing it. So as far as I'm aware, water bottles aren't used to signal queerness. None of my research said otherwise. However, if you see a girl with a nice sturdy water bottle, I don't know, maybe she is trying to tell you something. Just saying.
My water bottle has a sticker on it that says I'm a lesbian.
There we go. I was just thinking about our water bottles that are covered in like stickers, like pay for porn, queer. Look at the stickers on the water bottles. Yeah, see. So, I don't want to say it's a trick question. That feels unfair. Not the water bottle itself, but perhaps the way the water bottle has been accessorized is something to look out for. Right, on to the next one. True or false? Wearing a signal on your left-hand side signifies that you are a top. True or false? Wearing a signal on your left-hand side signifies that you are a top. True or false? Oh, we are split down the middle. It's true. So in both the hanky code and the carabiner code, wearing something on your right-hand side signifies that you are a bottom or that you like to receive. So, the way I remember it is, the bottom is always right. Oh, I take it you disagree from the silence.
Yes.
Yes. No, Jinx, stay. You can do it. You can do it. So half of us can find, people to play with then, from the looks of those results. Right, drink break. Everyone hydrate. In my day, left equals gay. Imagine Monty just flicking through a reference book.
I'm just thinking of her going to a meetup and being like, stay still. Orange. Oh, no, thank you. You can go.
Oh, I'm not into that.
Oh, no.
Oh, okay. Next question. I need to make my window a bit smaller. I can't bloody see. Send it to Liz. Verify. Don't think I've got it down. Next. Oh, look at you, Clever Stork, hopping up into the lead. All right.
I don't want to be in the lead. There's nowhere to go but down.
It's true. Okay. A pink triangle was used during the Holocaust to ID queer men, but what colour was used for asocial lesbians? So a pink triangle was used to ID queer men during the Holocaust, but what was used for asocial lesbians? Green, blue, black, or red? Jazzy music. I hope you can all hear it. Okay. Quite split across the board. Yeah. So unfortunately I can't do anything about the colours of the answers. I'm sorry.
It's like that game where they say like press the like blue
Say
button,
the
but the
color out
words are in
loud, yeah.
red, and like the blue button says orange on it, and you're like,
So the correct answer is black. The inverted black triangle was an identification badge used in Nazi concentration camps to mark prisoners designated as asocial or work shy. The Roma and Sinti people were considered asocial and tagged with the black triangle also. The designation also included alcoholics, beggars, homeless people, lesbians, nomads, prostitutes, and violators of laws prohibiting sexual relations between the Aryans and the Jews. Sound like a great bunch, to be honest. There we go.
they would be the ones Jesus would hang out with if they get too religious.
So, yeah, if you see inverted pink or black triangles, then you may be around some queer folk. Next. Oh, I keep forgetting about the scoreboard. Sorry. Oh, Speedy Lion on the way up. On the way up. Look at you with your 5 answers in a row as well. Correct answers. Not just 5 wrong answers in a row. That's not anything to, you don't want to pop that up on the screen, do you?
Participation marks.
It's true. Next. In what year is it thought that the hanky code originated? 91, 72, 1955, or 1982? In what year is it thought that the hanky code was originated? Hanky code originated, not was originated.
You say the years again.
91, 72, 55, 82. You got 2 seconds. Oh, who was it? One person got it correct.
Not me.
1972. I'm assuming it was Jay. Or Jay is surprised. It was Jay! Yay! Yay! So 1972, it's thought that Alan Selby, the founder of Mr. S Leather in San Francisco, claimed that he created the first hanky code with his business partners at Leather and Things in 1972, when their bandana supplier inadvertently doubled their order, and an expanded code helped them sell extra colours that they had received.
Oh, that's cool. I had no idea. But it did start out as a leather thing.
Yes. By, apparently, Mr. Selby at Leather and Things. So Gemma, still in the lead, followed by Amanda. Who was Dingo again? Was that Jane? No, was that Molly? Oh God, I can't remember. Well, there we go. You're almost Alana in my heart too, apparently. Alanda. Right, nice work, team. Excuse me. Okay. What does it mean if you see someone wearing a leopard print hanky on their right? That they enjoy tattoos, they enjoy cat roleplay, they're a spanker, or they want oral sex? What does it mean if you see someone wearing a leopard print hanky on their right? Enjoys tattoos, enjoys cat roleplay, is a spanker, or wants oral sex? Oh, not a single person. Majority went for the obvious choice of enjoys cat roleplay. Quite, I thought that was quite clever putting that one in there. Yeah, so someone who wears a leopard print hanky on their right side enjoys tattoo or is an art critic. So they look for tattooed people to do the things with. How did that affect the scoreboard? Still a clever stalk on top. This feels like a fix. I promise you, I didn't show Gemma any of this before we started.
I got the last couple wrong because the hanky code I know has less to do with art and more to do with kink. So I can tell you, like, anyway, I'm not going to say TOS, not my channel.
Your eyes like, oh God. Uh,
I was just gonna talk about big cocks. That's all.
mustard, 8+. Look at me learning. That's not one of the questions. Sorry, everyone. Oh, my headset's gonna die. Oh, we'll be all right for now. Maybe we'll go to the Discord. So that's meant to say an earring, sorry. An earring in the left ear indicates homosexuality in men. True or false? An earring in the left ear indicates homosexuality in men. True or false? You can wear them, Jinx. Just don't put them in your pocket, you know? Oh. Am I wrong? Did I fuck that one up? So, according to my research, false. Wearing an earring in the right ear indicates homosexuality.
I just Googled and you're right, but I am so used to like...
You're just seeing the mirror image. You're looking at someone, you know? You're thinking about your left-hand side.
Magic earring Ken.
Well, I'm shook. I was like, fuck, I fucked that up.
No, we all fucked it.
You all fucked it. Left is right, right is wrong. Oh, that's sad. I read that out with such gusto as well, and then realised what it meant.
I don't know. So I'm reading chat, and like everyone's like,
don't worry, Jinx.
And I'm like, I don't know if I like. I think I've always just assumed that any guy with a single earring was gay. I think I just see gay people everywhere, right? So I'm like, oh yeah, everyone's queer.
Everyone's queer unless you're told otherwise.
Yeah.
And Jinx, don't be sorry. Don't be sorry. I was like, oh, that's an easy way to remember it. And then was like, oh. Tom late to whacking off. Tom, what are you doing? 31 months subscribed to Geek Herring TV. Good for you, Tom. Welcome on in.
Money. I've been wearing a ring, like, because Jax and I got engaged when I was like 18 or whatever. And like, I've worn a ring on that hand for so long that the only way I still know how to tell left and right is that the left has this ring on it. But now it's fucked up because I wear my engagement ring from Jax on this hand and my engagement ring from Liz on this hand. And I'm like, oh no.
You're going to have to do the thing.
The L's, they both look backwards to me.
Huh? What? Oh. I see. Tom, feel free to join us on Kahoot.it if you want. Liz is left. Am I? Yeah. La la la. La la la. Joining in. And it's a random nickname, so don't be alarmed when it calls you an animal, okay? Next question then. Or should we wait? I'll wait for confirmation that Tom's in.
Let's get Tom in. I find hanky code easier to read though because they're often in back pockets, and so their left and right is my left.
It's going to be the same because you're going to be able to see them from the same angle. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Spin that wheel. Okay, let's move on. Next question. A black ring worn on the middle finger of the right hand indicates what? A black ring worn on the middle finger of the right hand indicates what? Gem's looking at her own hands. You don't have a black ring on, babe. It's not going to help you now.
We need answers.
Oh, shit. Bisexuality, lesbianism, asexuality, polyamorous.
Time was up before you finished for me.
I'm sorry. You wouldn't have got it anyway. It's fun. Oh, the suspense. Oh. Well, the answer's on the screen, so it's not that suspenseful. Asexuality. So a black ring on the middle finger of the right hand indicates that someone is asexual.
Ah.
Moni knew this. Also, fun, if slightly embarrassing fact. When I was writing this question, I had to say to Gemma, if I tell you what a fake word is, can you tell me its real alternative, please? The word is lesbianity.
This was the question.
Yeah.
You're like, lesbianity? And I'm like, lesbianism?
Lesbianity. Good times.
I mean, I think lesbianity is a nice word.
Yeah. Okay, so the next 5 questions are a little bit of a quick round, quick fire. You've got 10 seconds to answer them. So I will try and read them quickly, but maybe also try and read the screen if you can. Because I didn't think about that. Yeah, maybe we do need a lesbianity cross stitch. And then something about, like, pussy is God underneath. Like the other Sapphic code.
The Kahoot page open, and so it doesn't say what's what. So because I don't have the stream open, because I don't like looking at me, so I depend on your words to know what I'm picking.
Well, I didn't know that.
Oh, just saying.
Well, you should have told me that. Question 1. Are we ready for the quick fire round?
What? Yeah.
Are we ready? Are we ready? Okay. So hanky code quick fire. Oh, scoreboard. Hanky code quickfire. What does orange mean? Cowboy, water sports, smoke cigars, or anything goes. Cowboy, water sports, smoke cigars, or anything goes. Anything goes. I feel like Jem is going to smash this now. I feel like you know the code.
I know enough of the code, but there's lots I don't know, and it changes sometimes.
Oh, I'm sorry, Moni. Oh, I'm sorry. I feel bad.
Can you put it in chat?
Yeah, okay.
Or copy paste, whatever.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, Speedy Lion moving on up. Okay, so the next one is going to be Black Velvet. So, hanky code quickfire, Black Velvet. Is it loves a video, loves bears, is a sailor, or loves suits? Loves a video, loves bears, loves a sailor, or loves suits? Oh, loves a video. So if you see someone wearing a black velvet handkerchief, it means that they either love to film sex acts or they like to perform for the camera. You look like you got a story to tell.
I can't tell it on stream.
Join the Discord, everyone. let me just drop that command in, because clearly we're gonna hang out, play some Sims, and tell stories about black handkerchiefs. Next. We're also whipping through this way quicker than I thought, so we're gonna have to keep chatting, Jem. After, maybe. I don't know.
It's okay. We can also be done when we're done.
More time for the after show.
Time limit.
Right. Next one is red with a white stripe. Red with a white stripe. Shaving, likes drag queens, water sports, or muscle boys. Shaving, likes drag queens, water sports, or muscle boys. Oh, split down the middle. So if you see a hanky with a red hanky with a white stripe, someone loves to shave or be shaved. Right, so we'll ignore Gemma. We're very impressed by your knowledge, though. Okay. Next one. It's okay. Next one is lavender. So lavender. Piercer, bears, anything goes, or drag queens. Well, we've already ruled one out. Piercer, bears, anything goes, or drag queens.
Also, I
Drag
just wanted to be
queens.
clear that the concern on my voice was in my face is that something that you all can't see is that Rebel's trying to eat and a kitten's trying to like attack her and there's things happening.
Oh,
That's all.
thought you were telling me off.
No, not at all. It had nothing to do with this.
Clever stalk. She's done it again. She's done it again. Okay. Oh, I didn't realise you could scroll down. Last one then. Last question. Grey. Grey. Bears, spit, bondage, or shaving? I did a terrible job with these answers. Bears, spit, bondage, or shaving? The correct answer is bondage. Bondage top or fit to be tied? Oh, I'm disappointed that I forgot to change some of the answers, but, you know, it helped you a lot out, I suppose. So who's on the podium? I think we know who's top. But third is Speedy Lion, Legend Squid, and everyone's favourite top. It's Clever Stalk! Yay!
I don't know.
Yay! So Pancake. Jay, is Jay the real winner? Can we say that?
Yeah,
I feel bad.
Absolutely. Because I have like run workshops on the hanky code and you could probably like quiz me straight up.
Why?
And I could
That's
just
what
be
we're
like,
doing
"This,
next.
that." Oh, okay.
That's what we're doing next. That's how we're gonna. I'll try and pick out the not TOS ones. Who was Speedy Lion? Remind me.
Jinx, I
Jinx,
appreciate
yay.
that it was bondage that brought you to the podium.
Love that. Love that. Difficult questions. Leopard print hanky. And the earring. And the year it came to fruition. There we go.
The three I got wrong. Yeah.
How was that? Did we enjoy that?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Good. I'm glad.
Can I say something that like about the hanky code that I've always found challenging?
Please do, yeah.
That like for a lot of them, not a lot of them, but a number of them, the yellows, the blues, the greens, there's a couple purples. I don't know how you distinguish between
Lots of
the
shades.
colors. Like it's like light, medium, like one like navy, and I guess like navy blue is like distinct, but like so much of it I'm like,
Well, there's
like, it
colours
could
with
be-
dots as well. Like, how do you remember all the dots?
so the one that I've always found really challenging is the difference between the lightest blues and like a mid-range blue.
Mm-hmm.
Because when it comes to signaling, especially in terms of like, obviously if someone's taking part in signaling, you think that they want to be engaged, but signaling by nefarious people has also been used to like find people,
Mhm.
right? So one of the things that's wild to me is that light blue is about like casual blowjobs and oral sex, like masculine, like oral sex, like in the gay male community traditionally. And medium blue is police.
Yeah.
So if you wear it on your left side, you're a cop. And if you wear it on your right side, you want to fuck cops. And the light blue is about oral sex. And I feel like that's a
That
really
knowledge,
dangerous
damn.
line.
Oh, 100%.
But I feel like that one in particular, where I'm always like, those are two very different things.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I just think like that in particular is like, and like some of them are also about like what the hanky's made out of. So whether it's like there's some that are like lace and there's some that are satin and that sort of thing. And like, are you that close to like, are you feeling up their hanky before you know? Like I have especially
You want to
like,
touch my hanky?
Especially because the brown, which is like one where it's differentiating between fabrics, are also really different. So, like, brown satin is if you like to engage in knife play, regular brown is poop play, and brown lace is circumcision, whether you're circumcised or not. Those are three
Wildly
wildly
different things.
different
Yeah,
things.
very,
And
very
you
different
wouldn't want to
things.
necessarily mess that up, right? Like, you're signaling that you're circumcised, everyone's like, poop in my mouth. Like, I don't like, I don't want to. I just think that you don't want to mess those up.
That one might be one for a clip. Okay then. Let's see what we've got then. What about a hanky with the flower pattern?
What kind of flower? Like paisley?
No, like an actual print, like a printed flower.
Oh, I don't know.
Any guesses? Any guesses from chat? Not femme. Good guess though.
Yeah, I was gonna say it might have something to do with like, because I was thinking like, because paisley is about boxer shorts, so I wonder if like flowers has to do with like ladies' underwear. I don't know.
Nope. Another
No?
good guess
Okay.
though. Just means that they're into romance. Wants to woo or wants to be wooed.
Oh. You know what question we didn't have that I thought we might and kind of hoped we might
Go on.
is the broccoli and the hi, sweetheart. I don't know if people can see it in my preview. I've got
They can. There's comments in chat like
Oh,
cat.
sorry. I'm not looking at chat because I was trying not to like see other people's guesses when I was guessing the flower. So this is the runt. This is pecan, and she loves to be snuggled. I think she learned young because I was handling her more than the others to make sure she was doing okay. She got weighed more than the others. She loves people. And she's in my lap because she crawled up my leg and I needed to save myself. Hi, Bubba. What was I saying?
Broccoli.
Broccoli. Broccoli and also flowers, like like wearing flowers to signify your sapphic, wearing broccoli to signify your sapphic. There's like these like codes that have been used. Yeah.
I didn't see any of that. Can you tell me more about that? As in, like, not of an actual physical broccoli.
People would put like a piece of like a sprig like of like long stem broccoli like in their like farmer coat pocket kind of thing to signify that they were lesbians, that they were into that they were same sex.
Cute.
And then the reason why there is
We'll come on to that, Jinx.
the and for some reason I'm having a time trying to remember what the name of the flower is in the middle of the sapphic flag. Is it a lilac? No, it's not a lilac. What? Why can't I? The flower. Anyway, the flower in the middle of the sapphic flag is because women used to wear them to indicate lesbianism.
I can't remember what it's called
Also,
either.
while you're looking,
Violet.
I'm just gonna violet. That's it. I was like, it's purple. That's why I was like lilac, lavender. I just want to show people Pecan's little face because she's adorable. Look at his little face.
She's cute.
But yeah, so the violet used to be used to like women would wear it to indicate that they were into women as like a, and otherwise they could just be like, oh, this is like a lovely little flower I picked up on the road or whatever.
Yeah. Okay, so what I think might be an easy one then, going back to hankies, mosquito netting.
Do you want me to do it or are you letting other people first? Because I know what it is.
Oh yeah, no, yeah, go on. Let's see if chat have got any ideas first. It's a good idea.
Okay.
Mosquito netting. Good guess. No, not nudist.
But close.
Nope, not blood. Good logic, though.
Mm-hmm.
Go on then, Jim.
Blood plays maroon, by the way. Mosquito netting is outdoor sex.
Yeah. I'm trying to pick out the ones that aren't too X-rated.
One that I think is like really apt and funny is that yellow is pee.
Yeah. I think I knew that one before I did any research, so I don't know how widely known that is.
For some of them, there's like categories basically. So a lot of the gray and blacks are like leather or like power dynamic, like BDSM kind of stuff. A lot of the pinks and purples have to do with places on your body, whether that be bums or boobs or whatever. And the blues are almost entirely like gay male kind of
I did notice that
area.
actually, yeah. What about fuchsia? Oh, sorry, go on. Sorry, I thought you'd finished.
I was just gonna say that it's interesting because green is like prostitution adjacent. Like there's like sugar babies and like
ruining my quiz.
And sorry.
No, it's fine. I'm just playing. Yeah, so the greens, I was just hunter green with a Kelly green stripe is sugar daddy or looking for sugar daddy. And then
that's interesting because Kelly green on its own is Johns and prostitutes.
Yep.
And hunter green on its own are daddies and
orphans,
like looking for daddies.
Fuchsia. Anyone in chat want to have a guess at fuchsia? Which I think, I don't know, I could apply some logic to fuchsia. Whether it makes sense or not is something else. So fuchsia. Go on.
I mean, I know.
No,
I thought we were.
Yeah, I was just gonna try and like.
Yeah, do your thing.
Give a clue. I was trying to think of a clue that wouldn't immediately give it away. It turns this colour?
It can.
It can. So yeah, Jay, you got it. Jay's Googling them. You got it. So Jinx was asking about fingernails.
Mm-hmm.
So nail polish specifically, I think, because we touched on it.
I mentioned
at the end of the last episode.
So now it's just like a really common thing to have nails of like different colors and to have nails of like with different designs and stuff like that and not have them be uniform. But I don't know the origins of this, but the paint your ring finger a different color has been like for a while was a sign of like sapphic, like I say lesbian, but that's not what I mean. I mean women who are into other women, regardless of, you know, whether it's lesbian or pansexual, bisexual, whatever, omnisexual kind of stuff. And it's interesting to me because I think that there's like an association, whether it's implicit or explicit, with lesbian nails now. And actually, a big thing on TikTok is like lots of women who, like sapphic women, who have like a couple of nails shorter.
I was just going to mention that.
For
Reasons.
manual sex. And there's this like whole conversation about like whether it's tacky or whether you want to tell everyone what two fingers, because there's also discussions about whether it's the middle two or these two. So whether it's these two or these two. And I think that like that's entirely personal preference. It's not like a signaling thing, but like we like to joke about it. And like whether that's tacky because then it tells you like what fingers you like to use to finger your partner. I mean, I have to say, like, people assume what's happening in het sex all the time, and we don't say it's tacky for men to still for penis havers to still have penises. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't
Get rid of that. It's
yeah,
tacky.
like, we know what use that for. We don't want to know. Like, don't. So you know, you still get to have your penis if you have one, and you still get to strap one on if you want
don't,
to.
yeah.
Or even if you do, right?
Yeah,
There's
yeah,
lots
yeah.
of like hollow straps and stuff like that. So, but
Put
like
that thing down, oh God help me.
But I do think that like traditionally one of the things I have learned about the fingernail polish one is that traditionally it was much more easy, I guess, for butch or mask lesbians to signal in different ways because they were changing their appearance from the expected femme to like show visibly in other ways. Whereas the nail polish on the ring finger was a way for women who wanted to be traditionally femme presenting in what that meant to signal without having to like change their gender expression.
Yeah, for
At
sure.
least that's the way I learned it
And there was,
as a femme.
like, when I was doing research, there was a couple of pages, and I wasn't going to talk about them because I couldn't find any sort of like definitive answers, but there were some pages about like which like finger that you've painted differently, what that means. And to be honest, maybe we'll have to do some research and revisit it because I can't find it again. That's one of the reasons why I haven't spoken about it, because I saw it, closed the tab, and couldn't find it again. But yeah, like as Jem mentions, there's, you know, the length of fingernails. There's something like, do you have office hours?
I love you, Jane.
There's sometimes the assumption that if, you know, someone who is femme presenting has long fingernails, that they aren't a top, that, you know, that they bottom only because they, I was going to say don't have the tools, have too much tools.
Yeah.
Too long of an attachment
But
on the tools.
I think that like there's an interesting correlation between this episode and our previous one when it comes to like queer female signaling, because it's really interesting in the later life lesbian communities that I'm a part of to see a lot of women who like discovered they are lesbian after like living very cis het closeted, I say closeted, but you know what I mean, lives. And then they're like 40 and entering this world and have no idea how to date women, and I say no idea, that is how they present it. I believe that you don't need to be taught how to date people, etc. But I think like the whole idea that they're like suddenly part of this community and have no idea the entry point and have no idea how to. And so like one of the things that's really popular is teaching later life lesbians how to signal.
That's cool. That's nice. I did come across a. I'm gonna have to see if I can find it real quick. I came across. Is it this one?
There's
Yes,
also
I
one
found it.
person.
Go on.
Well, okay. Well, I was gonna say while you're looking, that like calls herself a lesbian curiosity coach, and she's like a relationship and sex coach. And I think in some ways it's a little hokey, but I also think like it's very approachable. Like lesbian curiosity is like a really good way, I think, to put out the idea of like, sorry, putting a cat down, um, to like talk about how to talk about integrating into new communities that you want to be a part
Yeah,
of
for
but
sure.
haven't felt like you have been.
Yeah. Yeah, I like that. Um, there is a cool Tumblr. It hasn't been updated in a little while. Where it's femflagging.tumblr.com, where people online course for the queers. Well, maybe if Jem gets a few tips, she might write a few blog posts or something. I don't know. Not that I'm selling her out or anything. So on this femme flagging Tumblr, there is, and I'm not going to put the link in chat. If you've Googled it, cool. But I wanted to go through a couple of the posts to see if you can work out what their signal is. So if I describe a few of their pictures, any guesses as to what they hope to signal. So on this Tumblr post, people, femme folks of all genders actually, share their ideas for fingernail, for flagging. It looks mostly fingernail flagging. And they put a picture up and they caption it as to how, what they intend to flag. So the first image, we have got a hand. There is a pinky nail that has got blue, pink, and purple. And the other nails are like a pale pink with flowers. With like a floral motif. What do you think that could signify?
Are you asking me or are you asking chat?
Yes and no? Both?
I just don't want to like answer and then people feel like they've missed out. Because again, like, okay, so what Jinx said, bisexuals, that's what I got from that. And then the floral and pale pink reminds me a lot of the sapphic flag. So it's like WLW leaning bisexual.
Okay. Any advances on that? And obviously, this is not set in stone. This is what the individual is hoping to convey with their own design. Just to be clear. It's a good logic there, though. Okay.
Yeah, it's a good one too, Jay.
So they have said pinky finger is kind of like a chevron in colours of the bisexual flag. And they've used florals for romance.
Oh, yeah, because the floral hanky code.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So, romance meaning I'm a romantic?
I think so. Like, wants to woo, wants to be wooed again.
Because I think for me, like, I don't want to get too technical. There's a lot of arguments within the lesbian community that are very gatekeepy that I don't partake in about how lesbianism isn't a split attraction model. So, split attraction model means sexuality and romance as separate. That's a split attraction model. So you can be like homo romantic, meaning like I prefer romance and romantic attractions with people who are the same sex as me. But sexually, you might have sex with anyone kind of thing. And there's arguments around whether lesbianism is a split attraction model or not. And it's one of the ways used to gatekeep asexual lesbians, which is bullshit. Fuck that. I don't care. Ace lesbians are valid. But the reason why I'm saying that is because my mind went to, are we saying we like romance, or are we actually saying we like romance more than sex? Like, is this about like
It's a good
Is
question.
this
They
speaking
didn't.
to a split attraction model, or is it speaking to the general idea of romance me with a bubble bath? Because to me, it's two different things, right?
They didn't. Or as Jinx said, a nod to demisexuality. They didn't specify.
Exactly, Jinx. Exactly. Yeah, like I just because I do think that there's a difference between like I'm a romantic and I am a romantic. Like I'm a romantic, I love romance books. Um and romance as opposed to being a romantic or sort of thing. And yeah, like Moni said, split attraction model is like multiple things, right? That there's like multiple ways we are attracted to different types of people, different situations, and that's so valid, right? That's so valid. Anyway,
Yeah, for sure.
I just get upset when people say that lesbianism is one thing, and I'm like, it is not.
It is
Thank you.
not.
Out the door.
So there is another picture, and it is a picture of two hands. I don't know how they took the photo. Both hands are in the photograph. And they have painted card suits on their fingernails with gold tips, and there are some white elements in there as well. And some people are taking inspiration from the hanky code. Others are playing more loosely with those themes. Gambler. That's a good guess.
Maybe something to do with like polyamory, because gold is a threesome, moresome color for the hanky code.
Mm-hmm. Wildcard, anything goes. That's another good guess. So they've said card suits to indicate playing games, that they're flirty.
Okay.
They've used gold tips to indicate a little princess in need of praise. Don't know where there's a specific route in that. And white for, well, they've just put jerk you off. Yeah, white A as well, which I thought was fun. Jerk you off.
White in hanky code is jerking off.
Okay. Next ones. Again, two hands in the photo. Who's taking the photographs?
You are a craft streamer and you can't figure out how to take a picture of both of your hands at the same time?
So they have got a very, what color is that? I don't want to say beige. It's like a stone color. I think it's just a base color. There is floral motifs on their right their right ring finger, and lace on their left ring finger. And I know you've got this one.
I mean, I've got this one.
I just feel like you're going to work this one out.
Well, I mean, flower, like are flowers romance? Like, is that the thing?
Apparently.
Okay, so
And I'll tell you otherwise if not. Yep. But so anyone know what the lace indicates? Or it might be a doily.
Oh my gosh.
That helps.
Why don't I remember this one?
Taupe. Maybe it's taupe.
I'm also struggling just a little bit because there are times when lace indicates racial preference and that makes me feel icky.
I would not be talking about that.
I know, and that's why I know that's not the answer.
Fancy panties. So let's call it doily. It is a doily for high tea dom. So likes to be served.
Yep, service.
Likes to be. I couldn't spell the L word. Lesbians.
So a high T dom is someone who has really high service protocol, and someone who like what they're looking for is someone who like is very like yes sir no sir kind of thing, very like and very service oriented. So like it'd be similar to like a high lady and a page boy kind of situation is what a high T dom is looking for. Um, not necessarily anything degrading or anything like that. In fact, they usually shy away from degrading things, and it's much more about like prim and proper kind of stuff, and it's like make me
Jay.
feel like a queen.
Jay says, can he have that without the sex part?
You can have any of it without the sex part.
Absolutely.
There is so much kink that has like nothing to do with sex at all. And like one of my favorite things to talk about is how there's a ton of like asexual, not looking for sex, which is different than being ace, folks who are like in the kink scene who really enjoy power play, who really enjoy that stuff and find it really fulfilling. And that's like 1,000,000% valid. Kink and sex are not inherently linked. Thank you.
Here, here. So I've got a question for you, Jem. And I keep seeing for you. Stone tops. What's a stone top?
A stone top in lesbian terms is someone who it comes from like the stone butch blues, which is this idea that like a stone top is someone who doesn't receive sex, basically. Like they don't receive pleasure, they don't necessarily want to be touched, they perform.
Okay.
And I say perform, not like perform, I mean like
They
they'll strap
give.
you down, they'll perform oral sex, they'll do stuff like that and enjoy it, but they don't want to be touched, and they especially don't want their body to be explored in a sexual way. They want to give pleasure. They don't want to they want I don't want to say they want to be a tool. They want to be a person, but like they don't want any engagement with their own body at
That's
all.
interesting. Okay. So I was just came across another picture, and this person has done dark silver on their right ring finger to indicate that they have a significant other, and that the significant other is a femme prince / celebrity. They've written black and white stripes on both hands because they're looking to make out with people, and a light grey on their left fucking fingers because if we do more than make out, then I'm a stone top. And they said it was very successful because they went to a wedding with that manicure and got lucky enough to make out with another queer hottie.
I wouldn't have read any of that because to me, the blacks and the whites and grays are all like safer sex stuff. Like
yeah, so I didn't understand and looking at the hanky code, the black and the white stripes indicate kissing, and the celebrity is meant to be silver. What is that word? Lame? Silver lame? Silver lame?
LeMay.
Lame. What's lame?
It's easier to show than it is to
Bonjour, hi.
like it's like a woven metallic-y. Here's your Google image search. LAME, right?
Yes.
Yeah, LeMay. It's like a metallic-y fabric, basically. Like, but it's It's very drapey and
Okay, so that's what they were referencing for their SO. Are there any more ones that would make for good guessing?
also one of the ways I think about a stone top is that it's basically the opposite of a pillow princess.
Yeah,
I don't
makes
know
sense.
if that helps any. Yeah.
That does make sense. Not going to mention that one on stream. Oh, apparently there's another picture that popped up is girls' hairdos reveal love life, and there it's how to place your bow. And it's old school, like black and white imagery, how to place your bow to flag what you want.
I've actually read some of that before. I don't remember any of it, but like when I was looking at femme signaling back when I was like fucking 20 and trying to figure out how to get with women without shaving my head. Which is like, I say that not as like a stereotype, because then the joke became when I had a brain tumor and I didn't have any hair. I was like, now I'm in. I have no hair. I'm in. And they still were like, you're straight. And I'm like, fuck no.
Please.
Please let me read as queer.
But yeah, this blog is good fun. We've got a lot of nail polish here on that Kallax. We could have some fun doing some flags on our nails. But yeah, I will drop the link now because I think that is. I can't find any more ones that I think are suitable to discuss on stream.
Yeah, some of the flagging's definitely XXX rated.
Yeah. So yeah, I think that's about it. I might go and listen to some Girl in Red while we play The Sims. Queer but don't like anyone. What would that be? What would that be?
I'm trying to think of like flagging for asexuality and aromanticism.
Maybe if you were to riff off the black ring. A black middle nail.
What's challenging for me is that a lot of my knowledge is like older school.
Rainbow X's, that's fun.
And so I like, not that asexuality and aromanticism hasn't existed before, but we have acted like it hasn't.
Yeah.
And so a lot of my stuff is I'm very like, me as a person, very pro every identity is valid, but my training is so old school.
That's why we got to bring it back.
I'm trying to learn.
We'll bring it back. So anything else to cover? Anything to add, Jem? I don't want to say any questions from chat. Yes, I want to hear questions. I'm probably not the best person to answer them, but I mean, Jem's right there. She might be able to help you out before we wrap up and potentially talk about some harder codes in the Discord, perhaps.
It's all for me. Thanks for the quiz. It was lots of fun.
Ah, good. I'm glad you enjoyed it.
I was surprised that there was nothing about bootlaces.
Yeah.
You don't like the lace ones, huh?
I do like the laces. I just think the laces are less. They are not as explicitly queer. There's lots about like being anti-cop and like just not
They're more punk.
yeah, they're it's not to do with sexuality and gender. So I omitted it. I mean, Jinx, I think. Oh,
I was just gonna say to Pancake Jays. So if you want to speak to Jinx, I'll speak to Jay after.
I was just gonna say it. I think it means that you are open to meeting people. Obviously, any kind of like flagging or signaling does not equal consent. That is obviously, you know, up there, high priority. Just because you see a handkerchief hanging out of someone's pocket doesn't mean that they want you to, you know, act. But I think if you are putting the effort in to signal to other folk, then you are open to being approached, spoken to.
Yeah, my feeling is that it's very much looking for community more than looking for hookups. So it might be like some of the hanky code stuff is definitely like specific to hookups, but overall it was signaling like, hi, this is me.
Hey,
And not
you.
necessarily I'm looking for a partner, but I'm looking like, here's this thing that either feels really complicated to explain or really too much to explain in a first meeting, or maybe it's not safe to explain, or I don't know how to explain it. I'm just trying to give a nod so that if you know, you know. Like my
Yeah.
whole first intro week at university, I had this rainbow purse that I wore everywhere, and people would be like, you like rainbows? And I'm like, I really like rainbows. And it was like this thing where in 2002, we were like, yes. And then it was like, because like, especially because I came from like a rural area and all of that, like I was out, but I wasn't, it was still kind of scary, to be honest. So I like signaled with rainbows a lot. And rainbows to me was just like queer coded, but not anything specific about anything other than queerness and like community and stuff like that. I wasn't looking to pick up, I wasn't looking for any of that. But people literally would say to me, like, you seem to like rainbows a lot. And I'm like, yes, I really like rainbows. And like it started conversations, and that's how I found a queer collective.
We need to like do that episode on Polari. You know, you speak in this secret code, and if the person understands you, you're safe, and if they don't, you move on. Like and there's this whole thing about like why signaling and flagging is so important, especially to, not especially, or can be especially important to those who have just found their identity or worked out what their identity is. And you'll find that people will signal more if they have just started to get comfortable. Which reminds me, I need to change the colour of my lanyard. Because I've taken to having my lanyard hang out of my right pocket with my keys and stuff on. Not to pick up, for the same reason that you've just mentioned. However, it's
what color is it?
It's pink.
Oh, what color pink?
Should I go get it?
Yeah.
I'll go get it.
And I'll tell you what you're signaling you're a bottom for. I don't know if you can hear me, but I'm really interested to see if it's armpit color.
If it's what colour?
Armpit.
Oh, maybe I should pull the code up. Also.
Let me see.
Armpit. No, it's not armpit colour.
That.
It's quite bright. I think it's fuchsia.
Do you? Do you think it's spanking?
I would be fine with it being spanking.
It was lighter than that, but yeah, spanking might be spanking, but it might also be boob play.
think. Oh, it could
Yeah.
be. Yeah, it could be.
Dark pink.
Either way, I'm fine to have that out of my pocket.
As long as you have it on your right side, you're fine.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Maybe we should buy some lanyards.
Oh God. Good, thanks. Yeah, I think that's all for me today.
Appropriate for contracting. Well then. Maybe I should get a black and white striped one. Oh, it makes a good noise.
All right, I need to call it. I'm done today.
Okay, right, let's go. Let's find someone to raid. Da-da-da. Every time I open Twitch and I'm like, let's raid Geek Herring, forgetting that that is the channel that I am currently on. Let's go see Erinus.
That's who I was going to suggest.
But thank you so much for hanging out. It's been wonderful. Thank you for joining in. We love the participation. We can ask Erinus about his handkerchief. Yes. Yes. There we go. We're here to whack you off. Thank you so much. Take care of yourselves. We will see you in a couple of weeks.
From the UK solely.
In this room.
And Circus of Books. We're going to be talking Circus of Books.
Okay, bye.
Bye.